mistake that a lot of people make in relationships. They think that only the other person has work to do for the relationship to improve. Okay, which is actually quite narcissistic. Why is it that it's always the other person that has to do work? Okay, ultimately, the question is, what work do I need to do to have a good relationship? Okay, in relation to my partner. The other thing that I think is terribly important, and we see this in relationships that are actually happy and span over a long period of time, is that we must not compromise, okay, in what we want in a relationship. There's a difference between being picky and not compromising, okay? And when I say not compromise, I'm talking about not compromising on major things, okay? So everybody has to think after exploration. It has to be the result of exploration. What are things that I absolutely need to have in this relationship? And what are things that I absolutely do not want in this relationship? And those are the things that are core to you. So if you compromise on those, you will end up being lonely, depressed, and trapped in the relationship. So yeah, we need to delve into this exploration. What are things that I really want? What are things that I don't want? Okay. And this is, I dare say, something that is a very individual journey. What we must not do is allow other people, and it could be well-meaning people, okay? It could be our parents, it could be our friends, it could be the culture, people who mean well, to make us have self-doubt about what we want in a relationship. And in my practice, I over the years, I found that women are much more likely to have self-doubt. Okay, and I think this is a result of sexism that exists in society.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's like, but you know what? Why do you not like this person? I mean, you know, he's a good person, and another thing that you hear a lot in these parts of the world is, he doesn't cheat on you. You know, he's loyal. He's kind. He doesn't gamble. He doesn't drink. So yeah, he's a good person. So why? So what am I supposed to say? Yes, I am so lucky. He doesn't cheat on me. Yay! So in that sense, I find that a lot of women become very low maintenance. Okay, it's like, what if I want someone who, yeah, is not just a good person, of course, on a very minimal level, but someone I communicate well with, someone who's a good listener, someone who's empathic to me, someone who admires me, and someone I admire. Okay, someone who is as ambitious as I am, someone who is not going to be threatened by me doing better or making more money than him. Okay.
And before going to a relationship, we have to define these. We have to explore and define them for ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. We need to. It's a good thing to learn by getting into relationships. Sometimes they don't work, but that is okay. Okay, you know, I might sound very, very graphic right now, but I will tell you exactly what comes to my mind. One of my dear professors in the United States, he passed away actually a couple of years ago. He would, in one of his classes, I remember he said, he was the kind of guy who would open his mouth, say some profound things, and it's like, okay, this is stored here forever. So one day he said to us, you know, guys, all the shit from relationships that don't work become the fertilizer for the one that does. Okay, it's the idea that I'm learning from past relationships, and how important it is to always make new mistakes. Okay, so yeah, part of exploration is I get into relationships, and if that doesn't work, great. It's not necessarily bad. I'm learning something from that. I know that I don't want this thing in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I know I want that in a relationship. And that is so important to me that I'm not compromising, because I didn't have it in that relationship. So I want to have it in my next one.
That's wonderful advice. And
sorry, I need to also give you another parenthesis. We're going to compromise on minor things. We're not going to compromise on core things. We might compromise on, okay, what do you want to eat? I want beans and you want omelette. Great. Okay, all right, let's make an omelette. Or where shall we go on vacation? Okay, you want to go to the beach? I want to go to the mountains. Okay, all right, I'll compromise. Okay, as long as both people compromise on these peripheral things. Okay.
What are some major things that you find that we shouldn't compromise on?
I would say kindness. We want people who are kind to not just us, but also to other people. Everybody has his own list of things. Okay. I think the number one thing that would make a relationship work is empathy. Okay, the idea that I'm talking to someone and I feel that this person really gets me and understands me. Whenever we have that kind of interaction, we relax. We don't fight to make ourselves heard. It's not something we should. I think we should compromise on.
Yeah.
Because without empathy, we might be lonely in the relationship. So that's something that I think people need to work on. And again, the question is, what kind of work do I need to do to be more empathic? Okay.
If you enjoyed that, you can click the link in the description to watch the full podcast or listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our website. You can also ask questions in the comments below, which will be directed to healthcare professionals in our future weekly episodes. Thank you so much for watching.